What? 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 Why can't you? 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 I did this. Why can't you?
Hello and welcome everybody to another edition of your favorite bi-weekly online magazine for tomorrow's news. Today,
We do not care.
baby. We're back, baby, to turn the tide. We're like Gandalf coming over the hill during Minas Tirith. Or no, Helm's Deep. Yeah.
You don't want this smoke?
We're the Helm's Deep crew. Welcome to the Helm's Deep pod. My name is Boromir.
If we're the Helm's Deep crew, it's like the second half of Helm's Deep that they definitely weren't going to win.
So it begins.
It's after they blew up the wall.
When everybody's standing there in their armor, thinking about, I'll never make it back to the Shire. And then the rain starts falling. I'm like, oh yeah, it's fight time now, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, it's action sequence time. As soon as that tink, 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 tink off the armor, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a good fight. And then Legolas won the fight by himself.
Yeah, that's what Legolas does. He's a fucking power gamer.
He's over leveled.
He took all the feats for archery and just stacked them.
Like, bro rode a shield down the stairs while getting headshots. Like,
he's got multi-shot, point blank shot.
do I have to say aimbot, or do I have to wait until the game is over and then we can see this motherfucker is the only one in the lobby with 80 kills? He's the only one with 80 kills. Everybody else is at 20 kills, and then Legolas at 80. And I'm supposed to think this motherfucker. Okay.
He's aiming through walls, Mikey. He's aiming through walls.
Yeah, he's tracking my head through the fucking wall, bro. Like, come on. You're just fucking arrow, just doing this shit, just tracing me through the fucking building. Like, okay. Like, did he get a good shot on the homie who was like a little sparkler that jumped into the crevice? Aimbot can't fix everything. You know what I mean? It only works for some stuff.
He's like, what do you mean? I was just playing the game.
I know, Ollie. I know. I realized it after I said it.
Poor Boromir.
Boromir died at
He died at the end
not
of the
Weathertop. Was it Weathertop? No.
Yeah,
no.
when I don't know what the name of it was, but they were fighting all those orcs, and then he just like got shot a million times by arrows.
Hey, nerds in the chat. Is Weathertop where Frodo got stabbed, or where Frodo went invisible and ran away and then almost drowned? Oh no, Sam almost drowned. So was Weathertop the final meeting, or was it where Frodo got stabbed by the RFK Jr.?
Viper Scott says, "Fuck that shit."
Oh, and
you Lord of the Rings fucking nerds.
You nerds. Hold on, Big Me. That is the opposite.
Did you make you disappear?
All of you. Welcome to the Binsiders. I missed somebody. Mo Ron Anderson. Welcome here. There's Dexter to keep you company. Andrew Luke in the building. Thank you so much, Viper Scott. Mandy's Candy. Oh boy. We've heard the stories. Sid Life in the building 365. H. Jasper.
I love Tesla.
Loves it. Pixelista. I like that name.
This is sick shit.
Pixelista is a good name. The Witchy Gov. Hit it, Tim.
Hold on. Here we go.
I thought she would be mad at Helen Wilkes. I thought she'd be mad at us. She actually thinks it's really funny. So we're gonna spam it the whole show. Okay, that was it. Thank you, Viper Scott, for your continued support of the little podcast that could, the little network that could.
You fucking nerds.
Look, I mean, I literally got one name wrong. Ollie was on my shit. You know, hundreds of people on that battlefield. Not that one.
Bet you Ollie reads Wheel of Time. That fucking dork.
Ollie reads the Silmarillion on the toilet every night. I have that on good. I talked to his dog Boomer, told me all about it. I was like, what's that, boy? Morgoth? Where, boy? Middle Earth? Oh, my goodness.
That was trippy.
She's pushing buttons on my freaking stream deck. Get away from me, little terrorist girl.
That's a lie, Ollie. A dirty, filthy lie, and you know it.
That's why he spelled it wrong on purpose.
He said, I tried once, but couldn't get through the opening.
In the beginning, there was Ainur.
Yeah, right.
And of him, there were the Aluvitar and the Ainur and Melkor, something, Morgoth, something.
You gotta learn
Frodo,
about,
something.
You gotta learn about how like all the rings were created and who they
How
were
the
originally
dwarves were
given
created,
to.
how the elves were created.
Yeah. How Sauron became Sauron.
I mean, Sauron only serves Morgoth, whose name is Melkor, who you all fell in love with last season. I knew he was bad.
And then you know, you got to learn about, you know, what was the name of the creature that Gandalf fought? Yeah, you got to learn about the Balrog and like the hierarchy of demons and all that shit.
Is it okay? Maybe it's the Street Fighter in me. Every time they say Balrog, I'm just thinking of Balrog.
Yeah, that's who Gandalf lost to.
The motherfucker had that charging punch attack. Knocked his ass off that bridge. You shall not over OD level 3. Fuck you mean. Critical arts, bitch. Fuck you mean. We're going down. Hit him with that.
He fucking perfect parried that shit.
I was waiting for Balrog to show up in 6, but I think Vega's coming.
I mean, not in the next year.
Well, no, I mean the game's gonna go on for probably another 3 or 4 years, but
oh no, I'm just saying like
Vega's coming.
There's no old DLC characters, or there's no old Street Fighter characters coming in the next season.
I want Vega. I want Balrog. I want there's somebody else I said.
Charlie.
Oh, G.
I would also like Vega. I think Vega's a good character.
Oh, it's gonna be horrible. If he does that flying across the map, mix up, throw you shit, we're done.
Yeah. 2 British pounds from Viper Scott, 30,000 pounds given to charities by the USA, in the USA by the Tartan Army. I heard the Scottish drank Boston dry of beer.
It's a small city.
And it's because of tariffs.
It's a small city.
They like certain kinds of beer over there, and they didn't have enough. And when the bars offered them Budweiser, they were like, "That shit's gross."
It's not beer. It's something to clean your bolts off before you gotta soak them the night before, help them install a transmission. We got a lot of
They were like, "Do you want some Bud Light?" And they were like, "No, we don't."
Do you have toilet water? We prefer. So, guys, the war is over. Celebratory things, yay! Give me some.
I got one for you.
Fuck the hell off.
Yay!
This is sick shit.
How can it be a peace deal when A, Israel's continue to attack Lebanon, and B, Trump continues to threaten Iran with destruction if they don't play? Let's talk about the 14-point memorandum of understanding. We call it the MOU. All right. Let me.
Like you put it in the title. I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
I was like, Tim, the MOU. He's like, I'm cooler than you. All right, cool guy.
MOU is. Mikey.
We do not have unlimited money in the United States.
Oh, don't worry. We're gonna get to that. don't ever. You didn't want to talk about. Oh, we're gonna talk about the Israeli response to this.
I doubt it.
So mods, fall back. Let them come, because this I can't wait for them to squiggle and squirm about with, because this is what they didn't want, but this is what they get. Can we make it bigger? Can we make it a bigger? More bigger. That's good. Okay, that's good. Okay. Is this the link? No. I didn't mean to do that. I was just kidding. Okay. Key points of the deal to include. So this is CBS. God, the advertisements are just resizing everything. This is infuriating.
Maybe we can do.
Let me just move
a little bit.
I just have to make me smaller. Okay.
That's
Can you guys still see? All right. Move this over. Schmear. Okay. Okay. So here's the point of the deal. This is not a surrender. So this is not a surrender. Both sides agree to the immediate and permanent end to military operations on all fronts, including in Lebanon. That's point number one.
Just being numbnuts right now because you forget your own history.
So, like I said at the end of the show on Tuesday, I guarantee you, Israel's gonna they're gonna torpedo this.
Mikey, breaking news! It's already falling apart.
Oh, Pakistan Foreign Ministry says that signing ceremony in Switzerland is canceled. Oh. Let's see. Next up, Iran can begin exporting oil as soon as the MOU is signed. I mean, hey.
But Mikey, didn't Trump sanction Iran's oil?
Good thing you brought that up. Iran will make arrangements using its best efforts for the safe passage of commercial vessels with no charge for 60 days, only from the Persian Gulf to the Sea of Oman and vice versa. So there you go. The Strait of Hormuz is open for 2 months.
For now.
For 2 months. The U.S. and regional partners will develop a reconstruction plan for Iran worth at least $300 billion.
Fuck the hell off.
There you go. That's called reparations, people. Iran affirms that it shall not procure or develop nuclear weapons. Congratulations. We had that same agreement 11 years ago. Congrats. We had it until the two sides have agreed to resolve the disposition of stockpiled enriched material. We'll figure it out later.
A lot of this is we'll figure it out later.
U.S. sanctions on Iran will be lifted on schedule as part of the final deal linked to nuclear compliance. So not only are they going to get the money that's been held in escrow, they're going to get all sanctions relief. They're going to be our partner going forward into the future. There will be 60 days to sign a final agreement on which two sides can agree to extend. If it doesn't get done in 60 days, that's all right. We'll go back to bombing, said Trump. Trump said at the G7 in France Wednesday, I don't want to do that because it's so good. What? But we might have to because we're never going to let them have a nuclear weapon. I don't know how many times we have to fucking say this. I said this shit February 26th or 7th. Their religious leader said that a nuclear weapon is a sin. And you already declared them religious fanatics and fundamentalists. They're going to listen to their pope, okay? Their pope said you can't do such and such, and they said, fine. But we can make them nervous by enriching anyway. And it worked. Look what they got for it.
Apparently the reason given for cancellation is because it was DocuSigned. Trump auto pen that shit.
Oh, there you go. There's that auto pen. The paragraphs below were transcribed from the official reading of this. Yeah, so they're still hiding it from us.
We're supposed to get it. Trump said he would have it by tomorrow. Although, can't possibly believe anything that Trump says.
The United States of America and the Islamic Republic of Iran and their allies in the current war, by signing the MOU, declared the immediate and permanent termination of all military operations on all fronts, including in Lebanon, and undertake from now on not to initiate any war or military operation against each other, and to refrain from the threat or use of force against each other, and ensuring the territorial integrity and sovereignty of Lebanon. So when Trump says, "Or I'll blow them up again," you guys are the geopolitics experts here, not us. I don't know if telling them you'll do what I say or I'll blow you up is part of, and to refrain from the threat or use of force against each other. But hey, it's Trump. Of course he breaks his fucking word. The final deal will confirm the permanent termination of the war on all fronts, including in Lebanon, and other provisions of this paragraph. Number 2, the United States of America and the Islamic Republic of Iran undertake to respect each other's sovereignty and territorial integrity, and to refrain from interfering in each other's internal affairs. No, the time is now. Iranian people, the time is now. Lift up, take your government. Yeah, remember that shit? Yeah, I think he's still going to do that. And remember, he hasn't brought up those people that were fighting the IRGC in months. He doesn't care. It hasn't come up.
Question from Chrissy. How does it feel knowing that Trump and his cronies made billions on the stock markets as a result of the war, and that we will now have to pay $300 billion for rebuilding Iran, and that is the bare minimum? It feels exhausting.
It's almost like there was 2 guys on the internet that said this is exactly what was going to happen.
It is 100% exhausting, and none of this is going to matter. This whole fucking thing is not going to matter. Trump is going to blow this up the moment he can. He's not going to agree to any of this, and this whole fucking charade will be gone in, I assume, 2 weeks.
But that's the thing. He already signed it.
I don't think anything holds Trump to anything.
Well, but so this is the thing. It's Trump-isms versus the rest of the waking world, whereas it seems that there are actual consequences for this. So if Israel decides to keep attacking Lebanon, or if we keep supporting Israel in their attacks on Lebanon, they're going to close the strait again. You know what I mean? Like the punishment structure has already been set up.
Yeah, and then the people, like Chrissy was saying, the people who are invested in this war financially are just gonna start buying up shit again and then selling it when they're saying it's gonna, it's all a fucking manipulation.
Yeah, I agree.
It's so tiresome. Like, I don't care about the stock market at all, because it's obvious that Trump has been manipulating it the entire time, and him saying, "Oh, oil's going to go lower." Yeah, oil's going to go lower when you release 20% of the supply back into the market. Of course, That's what's going to happen. But he doesn't understand the financial harm that's already been done, and he doesn't understand the destruction of demand that's already happened for the oil. That's why oil is going down so much. People are like, "Oh, oil's $100 a barrel now. I guess we'll do without."
Yep. I guess it's time to invest in EVs.
Right. The EVs that Trump took away all the tax incentives for.
Yeah, I know Elon's going to be mad. He's going to be mad that I'm taking away his subsidies, but I got to do it. They got to take them away. Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and take them away. We're going to drill, baby, drill. And then they were like, shut the fucking straight. And he's like, damn it. I got to turn the light on. It's too dark.
Well, yeah, which made Elon rich as well.
Poor Zero. He's like, I'm trying to take a nap over here, asshole.
Yeah, I got a doggy in a blanket on the floor.
I like the lights like right in his face. He's like, dude, do your show in another room. This show is trying to get organized here. There we go. Now I can't see shit. Whatever. I give up. Give up. Perfect. Okay. Did I miss anything else?
I don't think so.
His reading comprehension's not great. God, I'm just in the shadow realm over here. If I have too much light, I can't. There we go. Just kidding. Motherfucker.
You have a lot of light in the background that's lighting you.
Let's do this. There we go.
That's better.
Sorry, Dexter, you lose your little window.
Dexter's like, what the fuck?
Come on. I'm watching them leaf blow. It's one of his favorites. Okay. Number 4, immediately upon signing of this MOU, the United States will begin a removal of its naval blockade and any disturbances or impedance against the Islamic Republic of Iran, and will fully end the naval blockade within 30 days. During this period, the travel of vessels will be in proportion to the numbers of pre-war traffic being restored by the Islamic Republic of Iran. The United States of America further undertakes to remove its forces from the proximity of the Islamic Republic of Iran within 30 days after the final deal. So they full troop withdrawal. Pack your shit and get out. All of it. And all of the bases in the area have been decimated, by the way. They're just done. Can't even put people in there anymore. Upon the signing,
they were getting to the point where they would have to cycle some troops in and cycle some troops out because they'd been deployed for so long.
Right. So this art behind me, Gina asks, is from a local graffiti artist, and they gave it to a friend of mine, and she had no space for it. So I said, I have a lot of space, and I didn't. And now I've been carrying it around with me for 10 years.
I also saw some guitars.
That's half of them. Yeah. My bass is there. My acoustic electric is there. That's my wife's guitar. Mine are still in their cases in the closet.
The Dark Lord Drag says, for $2 American, pack up, guys. We're going to Cuba.
That's where they want to go next. I think that's a big reason why Trump pulled out of all this stuff, is because he was like, you told me this was going to be like 10 days and then I could go to Cuba. We've been here over 100 days. No Cuba in sight. I didn't sign up for all this. Number 5, upon signing of this MOU, Islamic Republic of Iran will make arrangements using its best efforts for the safe passage of commercial vessels with no charge for 60 days from the Persian Gulf to the Sea of Oman and vice versa. The traffic of commercial vessels will immediately start in considering the need for removing the technical and military obstacles, mines, and demining the Islamic Republic of Iran will be instated within 30 days. The Islamic Republic of Iran will conduct dialogue with the Sultanate of Oman to define the future administration and maritime services in the Strait of Hormuz, in discussion with other Persian Gulf states in line with the applicable international law and sovereign rights of coastal states of the Strait of Hormuz. No Westerners needed, thank you. That's what that says. We will take care of this going forward. Y'all can shut the fuck up. The United States of America undertakes with regional partners to develop a definitive, mutually agreed plan with at least USD $300 billion for the reconstruction and economic development of the Islamic Republic of Iran. The mechanisms of the implementation of this plan will be finalized as part of the final deal within 60 days. You got 60 days to come up with their bread, they say. All required licenses, waivers, and permissions needed for the relevant financial transactions will be granted by the United States of America. Now, remember, Tim, they were like, and then Obama, he came in with a big 747 filled with cash. All the cup holders were cash. The ashtrays were cash. The seating under the storage underneath was all dollar bills. They gave them all. That was $40 billion.
Yeah. And that was of their own money, by the way.
And that was their own frozen assets. So it cost us literally nothing. This is 300 big ones.
300 billion plus the 100 billion they used to wage the war.
Correct.
Plus the cost of restocking all of our munitions, which is going to take a decade.
It's almost like he wanted to spend $1 trillion, but he knew he couldn't do it in a year. So he's like, what if I hurt us and spent money? So it equates to $1 trillion.
Well, I mean, it's like we're getting double taxed on this. We paid for the military to do this, essentially.
Correct.
And they did it. And then they're like, oh, by the way, we have to rebuild their country because we blew it up.
We had to pay for the bombs. Now we got to pay for the rebuild after the bombs.
And this is the thing that Trump specifically complained about in Afghanistan and Iraq, where we came in, blew up the country, and then we helped rebuild it. And we spent all this money on rebuilding the country. And then we left. And then they fell back into, whatever regimes they fell back into. But Trump's specific complaint was leaving behind all that equipment and spending all this money on nation building that didn't work out. And Trump is doing the exact same thing, just in a shorter time frame.
See, the problem was we weren't spending all of our money fast enough.
Right.
You gotta burn the candle from both ends, baby. If you want to get to that waxy center, you got to spend all of your money and then hurt yourself financially. So close the strait and then spend all of your bombs.
Right. And then we also did all this economic fucking damage to ourselves.
Number 7, the United States of America undertakes to terminate all types of sanctions against the Islamic Republic of Iran, include the United States, the United National Security Council's resolutions, IAEA Board of Governors resolutions, and all unilateral U.S. sanctions, primary and secondary, in an agreed-upon schedule as part of the final deal. The Islamic Republic of Iran and the United States of America acknowledged the critical importance of the sanctions termination issue above mentioned and expressed their intentions to immediately address these issues in the negotiations in order to achieve mutual agreement on them. You worried about them having money for proxies? You ain't got to worry about that no more. It is assured. It is assured.
I know this isn't like a treaty officially. This is just a whatever the fuck they want to call it. But it's really dumb. It's bad and wrong.
It is a surrender. This is what surrender looks like, boys and girls. Zoom in close. Don't touch it. The Islamic Republic of Iran reaffirms that it shall not procure or develop nuclear weapons. The United States of America and the Islamic Republic have agreed to resolve the disposition of stockpiled enriched material pursuant to a mechanism that will be mutually agreed upon in accordance with the schedule mentioned in paragraph 7, with the minimum methodology to be down blending the on-site under the supervision of the IAEA. So pretty much they're not sending it anywhere else. They're not taking it off-site. They're going to dilute it with other uranium, so it's not as potent.
The vice president's having a live press conference right now, but apparently during his press conference, he said that Israel has to respect the peace process, and adding that civilian deaths will not be acceptable.
And he also said he was going to do what if they broke it? Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, he could easily say, we're cutting all your fucking money if one more civilian dies.
That's the other crazy thing is Netanyahu's done a bunch of stuff in the last couple of months in the war that Trump said he didn't like. What has Trump done about it? Absolutely nothing. He's done dick about it. So, yeah, you can say that that civilian deaths are unacceptable and Israel has to respect the peace process, but Netanyahu disagrees.
They're going to go after civilians because you said that.
They're just going to keep doing what they're doing. Like we covered it on Tuesday. Netanyahu said that's not my deal.
They said we didn't sign that. The two parties have also agreed to discuss the issue of enrichment and other mutually agreed matters related to the Islamic Republic of Iran's nuclear needs, based on a satisfactory framework of being agreed upon in the final deal. The final deal will confirm the provisions of this paragraph. The United States of America and the Islamic Republic acknowledge the critical importance of the nuclear issues above mentioned and express their intention to immediately address these issues in the negotiations in order to achieve mutual agreement on them. They're keeping their nukes, everybody. They're keeping their nukes and they're getting their money. I don't know how to tell MAGA. Sorry, we tried to explain to y'all, but
it can only good happen.
Pending the final deal, the United States of America and the Islamic Republic of Iran agree to maintain the status quo. The Islamic Republic of Iran will maintain the current status quo of its nuclear program, and the United States of America will not impose any new sanctions and will not deploy additional forces to the region, which means you can't come back, which means pack up you and all your shit, all your stuff, all your boats, all your planes, take them with you, take them back home, and do not return. This is what President Trump signed and agreed to. The United States of America undertakes that immediately upon the signing of this MOU and until the termination of sanctions, and the U.S. Department of Treasury will issue waivers for the export of Iranian crude oil, petroleum products, and derivatives, and all associated services, including banking transactions, insurances, transportation, etc. That means we're going on the books, baby. We're going legal. We're going legit. The United States of America undertakes to make fully available for the use of frozen and unrestricted funds and assets of the Islamic Republic of Iran upon the implementation of this MOU. The United States of America and the Islamic Republic of Iran will mutually agree on the procedures related to the release of these funds during the negotiations. I'm Scott Bethman. I'm so smart. I'm gonna sanction all the money that I'm gonna sanction the money that they're gonna, and then you have to give them the money back. Good job, Scott. You held up their money for 3 months. This is why you don't enter fucking conflicts.
Where is it? Damn it! Now I can't find it. Carry on.
Oh, look. I knew it was coming.
You cry, you're making me cry. Life's hard enough as it is. You don't want to cry anymore.
What an idiot. Oh, look at it. Oh,
I got one for this guy.
Stupido.
Oh, Mr. Fantastic. If only you knew what the news was 11 years ago, you would have been really excited. You'd have been really excited 11 years ago. Okay. Such funds. Oh, yeah. This is, in case you missed it, Mr. Fantastic, this is where we're giving all their money back. Such funds, whether retained in the original account or transfer, shall be made fully usable for payment to any ultimate beneficiary designated by the Central Bank of the Islamic Republic of Iran. The United States of America undertakes to issue all necessary licenses and authorizations accordingly. That means it's unfrozen, brother. You know?
All of it, right? It's not even like Obama did say, hey, some of this, you can have some of this money back if you comply.
If you do this, we'll give you a portion back.
We'll give you all the unfrozen money, plus you can sell oil that was sanctioned, plus we'll give you $300 billion, plus you can kind of do whatever you want.
The United States of America and the Islamic Republic agree that an executive mechanism will be established to monitor the successful implementation of this MOU and the future compliance of the final deal. Yeah, those are the people that Israel will be targeting and will be trying to kill and murder so that they can inspect and make sure that the deal is going underway. 13, after signing this MOU, and subject to the beginning of the implementation of paragraphs 1, 4, 5, 10, and 11 of this MOU, and the continuing implementation of these measures, the United States of America and the Islamic Republic will start negotiations around the final deal exclusively on the other paragraphs. Number 14.
Hold on,
The
Mr.
final deal will be
Fantastic.
endorsed.
Mr. Fantastic says that Iran didn't allow monitoring of enrichment facilities under the JOCP.
JCPOA. That's not true.
But now we have the tools to do so. Mr. Fantastic, I would like to know, where's your evidence for that? What makes you think, if you think Iran didn't let Obama do it, which they totally did, why do you think that they're going to let Trump do it?
I have a better gotcha. How did we know they enriched? You're admitting that that they submitted to inspection by saying that they enriched too much, right? Sounds like there was people in place in I forget his name, but one of the guys who talks about war coverage, he covers a lot of the Ukraine stuff. He was an inspector. Like, there are people who worked at the IAEA. They've done interviews. They went and looked, brother. It wasn't there. You know, that's just, I mean, that's kind of on you. Like, it's kind of up to you to not believe reality. But guess what? Your president already fucking signed it, buddy. This is the ultimate, we told you so. It's a sad day, but hey.
This is the saddest This isn't even negotiated. Most of this is promises to negotiate later.
Correct. They don't he gave away the farm, and he'll try to, put in some strength after the fact within the 60 days. And if Israel fucks this up, guess what? We're going right back to closed straits, and then you can try to dig them up out of Iran with absolutely no world help at this point. Because if Trump goes back in after Israel violates this deal, no one from Europe, no one from Africa, no one from Asia is going to help them. Everybody will be helping Iran and be like, America is acting like a fucking crazy dictator right now.
I'm surprised that we're still in the G7. I'm surprised that it's not the G6 at this point.
For now, we are.
Like, we kicked Russia out when it was the G8, and now.
I mean, how can we kick Russia out and then he pulls that shit in Venezuela?
Right, and then again Cuba. In Iran, and then
I was doing this in Iran.
They're just gonna fucking sail some boats over to Cuba and be like, "Well, this is ours now."
So what? So I mean, can't Iran just take some tankers and take them straight to Cuba? Because it says that all sanctions on Iranian everything have been lifted. I mean, that means they can do whatever they want with whoever they want, including Cuba. You can't talk to the other people we told you not to talk to. Doesn't say that in the 14 points. It says they're lifting all sanctions from them.
Yeah, this is pretty terrible. And for the months of war that the country had to go through to get this sort of thing it's pretty bad. It's not good.
So they can do unlimited funding for Al-Qaeda, for ISIS, for North Korea, for Putin, for Xi Jinping, for Maduro, for anyone they want, because America just said, do whatever you want. As long as you open the strait, we won't mess with you. That's what it said. This is the problem with attacking somebody who's literally sitting in the Gulf of Oman. Because they can close that, and then all they need is Shahed drones to get tankers go at 15 miles an hour. You can't get the fuck out of the way of a rocket.
And you can say that the original agreement that Obama made was not good, but it was far. Guess what? We didn't spend a fucking dollar on bombing Iran for that agreement, and it took 2 years to actually negotiate and come to an agreement on them not pursuing nuclear weapons.
And they only went up to 2 2/3 or 3 2/3 potency for the uranium.
That agreement didn't cost us any money, except for flying the Secretary of State to Switzerland or whatever for 3 months. But it didn't cost us any money militarily to do that.
No,
we certainly didn't have the Strait of Hormuz closed down.
No. Like, John Kerry did something good.
And the money that we unfroze was theirs.
Correct.
They were assets that we had frozen.
Well, maybe he just thinks that all assets frozen by the government just like inherently belong to the president. So he was like, wait, I want that money. And they sent it over in planes. It's like, no, dog. It sits in an escrow account. No one touches it. Because everybody's not a fucking thief like you. I'm going to steal their oil. It's going to be so good. No, you're not, you little fucking klepto. Stop stealing everything.
Oh my God. The paint on the reflecting pool is peeling off because of the hydrogen peroxide they put in it.
No way.
I got to see this now.
So now it's just going to be like layers of fucking frothy paint on top of algae water. This is great.
This is just, they're not thinking about what they're doing, I think.
Let's get some, we need that full screen. Like that is, I need that tattooed on my face. The memo is a much shorter document than the 2015 Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA. An international agreement was going to span hundreds of pages and was packed with technical details. So yeah, instead of sending, diplomats, they sent Jared Kushner and his real estate buddy, and they were supposed to solve all of these hyper complicated problems with no experience, and they were just supposed to learn on the fly. And the first thing the Iranians said is like, don't send them anymore. Those are fucking agents of Israel. We know. We did our research. So they sent them again. And then they sent JD Vance. Like, I don't know. Yeah, fucking Adams got it right. $14 million down the drain, literally. Fucking for real, dude. Like, if we're just going to be pouring fucking money down the drain, let me get at the bottom of the stream with my net. You know what I'm saying? Let me gather some of this shit. Chrissy points out, can I point out that even if Iran had required 95% enrichment level, that does not make a nuclear weapon. You need precision explosive lenses to compress nuclear fuel to critical mass. Correct. The bomb part of that is not easy to make. It's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just kind of the way that things were. What was it? Fat Boy and Little Man or whatever, the two bombs that we dropped in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, they used two different triggering mechanisms. One was like the cannonball, where you just have a bunch of uranium and then you blast it with neutrons and get them to go together, and then you can get that clump of shit to go super critical. But that was at like 10 or 15% efficiency. You know what I mean? Like that wasn't even done properly. We didn't know exactly how it would go. So it was more of a live test on people, which is horrible. But yeah, just because you have enriched uranium doesn't mean that automatically you have a perfect mechanism that's going to trigger super criticality at a distance remotely. On like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you measure how many neutrons are going into that clump of rock? Do you want to be the guy standing next to the clump of spicy rocks and say, okay, let me just throw one more neutron in there so we can go critical? No, you got to have a very sophisticated system to get that shit to work. It's very mathy. It's not easy. My joke has become so ironic. They should have used flex. Yeah. I mean, it would have worked. It would have been expensive, but it would have worked. Whatever they decided to do.
The flex seal would have worked.
But this is the problem when you have one bad idea, and instead of like going back and fixing what your mistake was, they just keep band-aiding over everything. Like, this is the band-aid administration. Oh, the pool is so dirty. Let me paint it blue. Oh, now the algae is in bloom. No, let me put in chemicals to kill the algae. Oh no, now the chemicals to kill the algae has removed the paint. It's like freaking hole in the bucket territory here. The Dear Liza administration. Yeah, no one wants to fuck with the Demon Corps. Agreed. Tim, you ever seen the elephant's foot in Chernobyl?
Yes.
terrifying.
Yes.
And now that I know, now that I know what radon is, I'm like scared of the ground.
Yeah, no. When we moved in here, we had to do a radon test to make sure that we didn't need a mitigation system.
Every time I grab a banana, I pull out my Geiger counter.
Find
Like,
out how radioactive your
radioactive. Not too radioactive. Let's see here. But everybody's super happy about the deal. Let's check in with our friends at Breaking Points.
Good transition to the freak out in Israel, because obviously, as you pointed out, Israel and Lebanon still the primary area in which this whole thing could fall apart, and could fall apart very quickly. I actually want to start with B6 here, Bezalel Smotrich coming out and expressing his concerns about the deal. He says the agreement with Iran.
Tim, you want to read that? Is it too small?
The agreement with Iran is bad for Israel and for the entire free world. Period.
Period.
The joint campaign had many achievements in weakening Iran, and they will not go to waste. We will have to continue the campaign to topple the regime ourselves in creative ways and ensure that Iran will never have nuclear weapons.
They've been saying since 2015 that they will not do that.
None of the candidates who see themselves as fit for premiership would withstand even 10% of the pressure currently being applied to the Israeli government, especially to one at its head. In Lebanon, we will be tested. This is our war, our fighters, and the immediate security of our northern residents.
Who are all Muslim, by the way. Placed there intentionally as a buffer zone between them and Hezbollah.
I will continue to act so that we continue to stand firm on ours and allow the IDF full freedom of action to continue pushing Hezbollah away.
They're in Lebanon. What do you mean push them away? They're in their own country.
Right.
You know, I've been having this feud with Tim as his neighbor for 15 years, and soon I will push him back away from his own property line so that I can have it.
Is bad for Israel and for the entire free world, period. The joint campaign had many achievements in weakening Iran. They will not go to waste. We will increase themselves to the Hezbollah in, quote, creative ways.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's clear, and that's been the policy for a long time, but I think they're going to really escalate those efforts. I mean, Crystal, there's something else interesting here, which is that Iranian officials and analysts that I've been talking to, not just government officials, believe that there is going to be another war, and it's going to be between Iran and Israel. And they said that the focus right now is the issue of decoupling. The Israelis and
hey, Israel, if you're listening, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't go for it. Because I'm telling you right now, if America's pulling out and then you go to fucking do some other shit and they close that strait again, it will be your job to open that strait. Who knows what you're going to have to give up? And if you don't give it up, guess what? They're going to launch everything they fucking have at you and no one is going to come to your defense. So it behooves Israel to not start another war. Use your words, kids. Use your words.
The United States are trying to decouple Hezbollah from Iran. Trump now has gone in a bit of a different direction because of this reported concession to the Iranians. We'll see how that plays out. And they've enlisted the Lebanese government in this parallel so-called peace process, and they're trying to get the Lebanese army to serve as the kind of domestic enforcer of the campaign to break Hezbollah. And that
yeah, the only problem is Hezbollah has more fighting force than the Lebanese government. They can't beat them. So what do you want them to do? They can't fight them.
Yeah.
Hezbollah will win. That's why they're allowed to do whatever they want in the south of Lebanon. And they've been used as the buffer against Israel from encroaching further north into Beirut and other cities. So it's like, I don't know who you think I don't know who everyone thinks is going to be the actual fighters here, but the Lebanese government is not going to be the one doing the fighting, especially against Hezbollah.
Has all kinds of complicated issues attached to it because of the diversity of Lebanon, the way the system is structured, and the popularity of the resistance right now, particularly among the Shia population of Lebanon. From the Iran.
This in from Chrissy. Thank you, Chrissy. Breaking U.S. news: Supreme Court sides with Texas marijuana users who want to own a firearm in latest case expanding gun rights. Yeah, they're always trying to do some weird shit like, oh, if you have ever had a beer, you're no longer allowed to have firearms. It's like, dude, if you want to stop school shootings, there's better ways of doing it. Making ticky-tack rules to try to like trip up people and get good 2A people locked up and hemmed up. That ain't gonna help you. The white supremacist kids that keep going to high schools, that's the problem, you know.
Iranian position, and I was told this by an Iranian official in addition to Iranian analysts, the Iranians want to try to accentuate the divisions between the United States and Israel on Lebanon. And they have no illusions that Donald Trump has been this immense backer of these genocidal scorched earth wars. They're clear on that. But they also are very savvy students of American politics, and they understand that there's divisions within the Republican Party. They understand that Israel is increasingly becoming a toxic issue on the right in the United States, that it's going to play a role in the midterm elections, that Netanyahu is going to face re-election, and that he's...
Yeah, that's not going to go well either. Oh, here's Yoher Galan. A tough morning for Israel. This morning, Israeli citizens are waking up to an agreement between the United States and Iran made over Israel's head. Tim, did you ask fucking Israel's permission?
Nope.
Okay. Did you ask them if that deal was okay?
They have that army that we funded, so I figured we didn't have to ask them permission. They would just have to, you know,
like
be a
I
part
hate
of the deal.
Like I fucking hate Bill Clinton. But in the words of Bill Clinton, who's the fucking superpower here? When Netanyahu tried to fucking pull his ear for the Abraham Accords. In one signature stroke, immense military achievements secured with the courage of our pilots and the blood of our fighters has been erased, while Netanyahu stood on the sidelines, weak, ill, isolated, and powerless. He was like Chamberlain from The Dark Crystal after he lost all his clothes. Trump signs an agreement that funnels billions to the Ayatollah's regime, leaves the nuclear infrastructure intact, preserves the ballistic threat as is, and throws a lifeline to the murderous regime in Tehran. This is a culmination of long years of failure. Netanyahu is the man who, for years, sold the public a false image of Mr. Security, and in reality became the father of Israel's greatest strategic failure in its history. The man who built the notion of Hamas is an asset. Ooh, quote. Who enabled the flow of Qatari money, who abandoned the diplomatic arena, who dismantled Israel's alliances and left it isolated at the moment of truth. Netanyahu is good for Hamas. Oh boy. Netanyahu is good for Iran. Oh boy. Netanyahu is good for Hezbollah. Oh boy. Netanyahu is not good for Israel. The one who promised total victory ends his tenure in Israel with Israel's enemies stronger, Israel weaker, and the deterrence built with the blood of our fighters eroding before our very eyes. Replacing him is not just a political necessity, it is an existential security imperative. That's the guy who's like the Bernie Sanders of Israel. That's what he says peace is. Yeesh. Couldn't be me. What was this one? Jen Second Channel with 180 plus minutes morning and fury. God will curse Trump, the first will of Israel. Let's have them read this actually.
Landing with the Israeli public, not just the political class. We can put B3 up on the screen. These were some Telegram comments that were pulled by Middle Eastern analyst Sina Tues. Among some of the choice quotes here from ordinary Israelis on Telegram: God will curse Trump. The first war in Israel's history that we lost. We have to admit the facts. Iranians taught America a lesson. think that's probably true. Hopefully in 10 years, we won't be dependent on American idiots. And then to turn to the American domestic political context, because we have plenty of influential pundits in our...
on it, and so is Hezbollah.
Cry harder. Cry harder. Do I want Iran to have a fresh round of missiles for everybody so people can die? No, I don't want anybody to die. I don't want any of this dumb shit to happen. I think it's a complete waste of resources, time, effort, lives, all of that shit. It's bad for the environment. Like, everything about this conflict is stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
There's no reason for any of this shit to be going on. But I mean, if everyone on the planet threatens to blow them off the fucking map, they're going to get a nuke. And not only are they going to like make their own, they're probably just going to buy one. And then they'll just be like, okay, yeah, I know we weren't supposed to, but we did anyway. That's what India did. That's what Pakistan did. That's what North Korea did. All these people who are outside the nuclear non-proliferation treaty. Israel did it. Everybody does it. So they're probably just going to do it anyway. And so adjust your thermometers, adjust your compasses. Iran will be nuclear powered within 10 years. So Israel should probably change their behavior before that happens. We can't control everybody. That's not how it works. Oh, yeah, well, I'll call my big brother America on you. Well, that didn't work. They weren't afraid of us. They were not shaken by our large muscles. In fact, they spit on our large muscles and they spit in our face. You're right. Sons of Third Mice did it. She did. What and who hasn't she done? Am I right?
Hezbollah must not be in the deal. It must not, and that must be very clear. But to me, and at this stage, it's not very clear, despite some of the language that's been put out in anonymous briefings.
Yeah, they said the strait can open if you keep Israel under control.
Who the fuck is this guy?
That's Mark Levin.
Who's that?
Fox News guy. I forget what his network is. I think he's part of Heritage Foundation.
Oh,
he's huge on the right.
Certain media by administration officials.
Let's also put
most of the right-wing people are radio stars.
Oh yes, the right-wing talk show hosts.
Mm-hmm. That's where they get them.
What?
Any thoughts, sir, on Iran?
None of it matters. I'm serious. None of it matters. This deal is going to be null and void in 2 weeks, one way or the other. There will be no repercussions on America if America violates the deal, except for some countries saying you shouldn't have done that. Because they fucking kowtowed to Trump at the G7. All of them did. So what's to stop America from doing anything? To be honest.
What, the G7? That's when he was,
They fucking were giving him soccer jerseys and shit. Like, all Trump is doing is whatever he wants, and there are no repercussions for Trump doing whatever he wants. There just aren't.
So you don't think this deal is that?
I don't think this deal is binding in any way to Trump. I don't think he cares. I think because he said at the G7, if he doesn't like the deal, or if they do something he doesn't like, he's just going to start blowing them up again.
Which will close the strait again.
Right. But he doesn't care. He doesn't actually care. He said that in the past. He doesn't care about the finances of people who live in America. He doesn't care about the strait being closed because he blockaded a blockade. Like, all the evidence suggests that he does not care about any of this. And it's all, he's bored by it, to be honest. The only reason it's ending is because he's bored of it.
He wants to get to Cuba and he can't get to Cuba. He can't do it because all of his military is all over the Middle East.
So I think that either Israel is going to cause problems and end the deal, or Trump is going to cause problems and end the deal. He's going to say that Iran did something he didn't like, and this deal will be done with in the next 2 weeks. I think this is all pomp and circumstance and nothing of material.
I think they're going to get their money.
I think that Trump just agreed to whatever they wanted and is like, we're not really going to do any of that anyway.
I mean, look who he sent to fucking negotiate. Of course they lost the negotiations.
But Trump is just like pure ego and anarchy. I don't think that he cares about any of that, to be honest. And all he cares about is his fucking ballroom and whatever monuments he can dedicate to himself.
But the pool is blue, Tim.
I was reading up on the pool, and apparently the McKinnon is right. The hydrogen peroxide they put in there is degrading the paint in the pool, so they had to put in a filtration system. So they put in a state-of-the-art filtration system, which probably cost even more money to get out all the paint and algae and bullshit they put in there.
£5 British from Viper Scott. Thank you, Viper Scott. Tim, Mikey, have you heard the Trump song UK fans have sung about Trump? Oh boy.
No.
We might have to watch it off air because of the streaming thing, but give us the name so we can find it. Hey, Tim, remember I've been complaining about my weather?
Yeah.
Well,
National Weather Service, last week's outbreak of severe... According to the National Weather Service, last week's outbreak of severe weather produced 17 tornadoes in northern Illinois.
That's a lot.
Fucking hell, man. Damn, bro.
That's a lot.
For a total of 138 so far this year, just 4 shy of the record, and we're only midway through June.
Nope. There's no way we're going to break that record. No more tornadoes for the rest of the year. We're done. That was it. Got them all out early this year. Got them all out early. Fuck.
This tornado can...
You know, you just, go, you know what? It's going to rain. Let me get out there and cut the grass real quick. Look, a funnel.
I think your weather ended up in like Maine or something. I think they have tornado outbreaks going on today.
You're welcome.
Maine and Ottawa.
Sharing is caring.
Cell phone in Streeter is one of the most severe so far this year. The Weather Service says it was an EF3, and it caused widespread damage to homes and businesses in town. An EF1 touched down in Bartlett and Naperville, causing some property damage as well, though not as severe.
Just a remarkable, really unprecedented stretch of frequency of tornadoes and severe weather across the state.
State climatologist
climate change.
Says Illinois is on the
climate change.
I drive on roads like this sometimes. Boy, howdy. Let me tell you, if I saw that fucking, we're turning around. Baby, get the kids in the car. Get the baby and the rest of the kids in the car. The Midwest is an ancient seabed, and there's no fucking mountains to stop the wind moving.
That is true.
Tim, you're close to the ocean, right? You're like an hour from the ocean.
Yeah.
And then most of our friends in the UK are within an hour of the ocean.
Yeah.
I am 600 feet above sea level.
That's not a lot.
Well, I mean, it is a lot. Like, think of like, I'm on the what? How many stories is that? 600 divided by 20. So I'm 50 stories up.
Let's see. How far am I above sea level?
You're probably like 38 feet.
Nah. I'm on a mountain, bro.
You're a mountain.
I am 600 feet above sea level as well.
So there you go. So like Lake Michigan and all that shit, like there's a reason why it flows down through the Great Lakes over Niagara Falls. It's because we're freaking screaming high up in the air. And like Greg was saying, there's no like this is the Great Plains, and it used to be an ancient seabed. There is nothing between like me and the Rocky Mountains. Like if I went up 1,000 feet and just flew due west, nothing would get in my way until I hit the Rockies. 1,500 miles away. There's nothing out here.
I'm looking up a topographical map over here. I'm trying to find where I live specifically.
Yeah, you're at the very tip of the Appalachians over there. The oldest mountains on the earth, by the way.
The oldest. That makes us the best.
Or the crustiest.
Or the best.
The crustiest mountain.
Or the best, goddammit. So where I live specifically is about 800 feet above sea level. Because I do live on a bit of a hill.
Oh, I can't find it.
And no, I cannot show the map because I do not want to dox myself.
Yeah, that's easy. That's an easy doxing right there. I was in the wrong chat. I'm coming. I'm going to the link. Okay. Well, let's see if we get in trouble. Oh, here, we'll finish the weather thing and then we'll go to it.
Verge of breaking the record for the number of tornadoes in the state for the third time in the last 4 years. The current record is 142, set in 2024. Ford says historically, the state has seen an unprecedented amount of tornado activity in the last several years. For more than 70 years, from 1950 until 2022, Illinois had more than 100 tornadoes in a year just 4 times. The last 4 years, however, have each seen more than 100 tornadoes, and he expects will break the record soon for the third time this decade.
Part of what we've seen over the last 4 years is just the right.
Look at fucking I'm in danger. Yes.
Oh, my unfinished sock. The Bin Network. Don't surrender your stupid war. Like and share the stream instead.
I agree.
Conditions of the weather at the right time, and at the same time, we also see a small contribution from a long-term trend.
Meteorologists consider tornado season to generally run from April through June, but tornadoes can develop at any time of the year. Earlier this year,
Well, yeah, you got all that flat ground, no
tornado ripped through
trees.
Kankakee and Aroma Park. It was one
Ain't
of
nothing
12.
to stop it. See, I got all these mountains to like interrupt the flow of the storms. You ain't got nothing over there.
And that's why like Chicago is usually pretty spared because like the skyscrapers and all the very smooth surfaces kind of bust up the weather pattern. And then the lake's right there to fucking cool off any kind of warm and cool air. It just kind of regulates everybody. It makes everybody calm down. And then the storms end up dying out.
Tornadoes can develop.
But I mean, that's not a small tree that's been ripped out of the fucking
at any time of the year. Earlier this year in March.
I mean, what are you supposed to do?
Look at how big that fucking what are you supposed? You're supposed to run. You run and you find shelter.
You got to get low.
You gotta find a basement.
Yeah, our room under the stairs at our last place. I just had like a box of granola bars, water, and then we would drag all the pets down there. And then I wised up towards the end there before we left. I kept a hammer in there so I could go through the drywall and get out if we needed to, in case like, you know, because if the ceiling comes down and then we're trapped in there because it fell on the door, I need something so I can go through the wall to get out. So,
do y'all have basements?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Illinois.
By British Mouse from Viper Scott. Thank you so much. Mikey Tim, try the ones. I post the links. You can play them on this live. They're YouTube friendly. Cool. I got that pulled up in a separate tab. All right, finish up with your weather.
EF3 tornado ripped through Kankakee and Aroma Park. It was one of 12 in Illinois and Northwest Indiana. The state climatologist says this has been an unprecedented time for tornadoes, and climate change is likely a factor, but he says it's a complicated equation.
Part of it over the last few years has just been we've been in these patterns of variability of our weather that just make for the right conditions at the right time. So people can think of it as luck, probably bad luck.
Ford says looking at climate
Probably. Whose team are you on? Tornado Tom? Shit, you on the tornado side or what?
trends, it appears this may continue. We may be looking at several more years ahead of very busy tornado seasons.
And it's an El Nino year. You fucked.
I'm going underground.
Yeah. Time to start building them underground cities.
Oh, damn, I'm in Houston. Are we fucked? Yes. Yes. But, I mean, we have to start thinking longer term, you know? Like, it may not inherently be... It may bunker towns. But, you know, maybe some of this crazy hippie shit of, like, walkable cities, renewable agriculture, regenerative farming, maybe some of this stuff we should start getting a handle on, because this is one of the things Al Gore told us about in An Inconvenient Truth, is that we will have more extreme weather.
Extreme.
And I mean, in Illinois, I mean, just about everybody has tornado insurance or whatever, and our state agencies are pretty capable of taking care of us. But we're a very wealthy blue state. I don't know what's going to happen in Indiana and Ohio if they get hit by 3, 4, 10 fucking tornadoes in a row.
Your governor does bring up the median income by a bit.
You're such a hater. You're such a hater. The man actually pays his tax. Like, but you still got other money. Meanwhile, Jim has said nothing about Elon becoming a trillionaire. I just want to throw that out there.
Who's not said anything?
You.
Billionaire shouldn't exist, therefore trillionaire shouldn't exist.
But your best friend Elon just got $1 trillion, and you've been so happy. He has the Elon tattoo on his chest, like Graham Plattner has that little Totenkopf. Tim's got the X logo.
If only I had you saying I voted for Trump.
No.
It's not on the soundboard. I can't play it.
I'll keep filling up the slots. All right, the song.
The song. This is the song that never ends.
Oh, I hear nothing.
I've seen this guy.
High, let the stains run low, down his legs, then muck will flow. All the It's the Scottish Sweary News. Apparently, Scots are getting in trouble at the World Cup for singing this. Let the stink run high, let the stains run low, down his legs, then muck will flow. All the lassies shout, Pedo! Donald shot his trouser.
All right.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And this is just another reason why we're the best. So here's the thing. What makes you proud to be Scottish? Just being Scottish, like this wee boy.
Oh, he's so cute. He's got his little kilt and what's the little bag called? What's the little bag?
I know this.
Your keys.
Damn it.
And your cell phone.
I have several friends who have kilts and the whole getup, the whole kit, and I forget the name of that bag.
It's called a Blarney bag. I don't know.
No, it's not called a Blarney bag. No, don't.
Maybe. We don't know, Tim. It might be right.
Enrage the kilt wearing public.
Hey, I'm dumb when it comes to certain things.
It's
so I get to say wrong guesses. Yes.
It's boring.
What did I say? Blarney? I was close.
That's not even.
Mind you, England have been
giving
us a run for our money. They've been threatened with a...
He's fat with piles. He's in the Epstein files. Trump the cat. This is what I needed. Get them Europeans. Get them.
For singing. He's fat with piles. He's in the Epstein files. Trump the con. Trump the con.
That's got to go in the soundboard.
For England. Meanwhile, in Boston, the cops have been getting into the spirit of things with the Scottish fans with this excellent round of keepy uppy.
Motherfucker, you're supposed to be at work, not going viral. What are you doing, bro? You are on the clock. You can't be doing that. You gotta pay attention.
Malky, with the weather. How's the weather looking in Scotland, Malky? It's shy, but in the spirit of the World Cup, we'd like to give a special mention to Cape Verde, who drew with Spain. Come on, Spain. Cape Verde, they're not even a country, they're a hill. Anyway, do follow me if you like this kind of thing. Come on, Scotland. We're sitting at the top of the group. I'm a very proud lesbian.
Well done, Scots. Well done. I like
Chrissy
some good.
says, I was expecting Mikey to refer to the sporran as a man bag.
I would never do that.
It would only be referred to as a man bag if Mikey joined the manosphere.
I mean, you say something about people's man bags in the States. There's only one thing in that man bag. And it's usually got it's a place for periodicals, let's say.
Periodicals.
Because there's tons of magazines in them little bags. Magazines. What are you doing?
Balls.
Stop. I think the Scottish women would say they have all of those balls on the mantelpiece.
Ha ha.
That's what they'd say. As a non-joke. Any other news stories, sir?
Let's see. So, full disclosure, I didn't care about the news today, but I did come across a few things.
Also, I don't care about Obama's library.
Yeah, presidential libraries are pointless. They don't. I went to the. You know what? I've only ever been to one, and it was Bush W's. It was W's presidential library in Texas, and it was it was mostly a 9/11 memorial. That's it. That's all it was. Like there was some stuff about him before and after, but it had a piece of one of the buildings in it, and that was it. It was a boring library. And I don't think Obama's is going to be any different.
No,
like it'll be cooler, obviously, but I don't have a need to go out there and see it.
And they've been, people like local and like the South Side are like, the construction has been terrible. How could you do this to Chicago, Obama? It's like, are you complaining about construction? Shut up, bro. Like, come on, man. We got actual things to fucking be worried about here.
This was the press conference from about half an hour ago of the vice president. He made those fuckers wait 43 minutes before he showed up. He was like, I'm doing a press conference in a little while.
Parts of the media is the idea that the Iranians get all these benefits. You will hear things about $300 billion or $24 billion or this or that number of money or amount of money. And the simple fact is that the only way the Iranians get any of those resources, not a single penny, by the way, from the United States of America under any circumstances.
Sorry, that's a lie. We read the thing. That's a lie. Hold on.
If only we had the same kind of agreement with Israel.
Yeah. Oh, man. Here we go.
No, the lie detector determined that was a lie.
Sorry, JD. You're fucking lying.
Only way that they would ever get any benefit of the bargain is if they comply fully and change their behavior. And so you really have a win-win situation for the United States of America. If the Iranians don't change their behavior, their military and their nuclear program is still destroyed. If they do change their behavior, then they are going to have a transformative relationship with the Middle East, and the Middle East will have a transformative relationship with the people of Iran. That's a win for the American people and for the president of the United States, regardless of which option the Iranians ultimately choose. We obviously want them to choose the right option. The interesting thing about their system, and I think it's important for the American people to appreciate this point in particular, is that...
Okay, weird question. I just thought of this. Where Where's the press secretary?
She's leaving. She's pregnant.
So where's the deputy press secretary?
They don't have one, I guess.
Where's the president?
Sleeping.
Why is JD Vance doing this? Where's Marco Rubio?
He snuck out there before they could fucking get his leash on him, and now he's out there playing in the yard with the neighbor kids, and now we can't pull him in because everybody likes him.
Of the people who are in charge of this Iran negotiation, JD Vance is not one of them.
He went over there.
You could have gotten Jared Kushner. You could have gotten the other guy who I can't remember the name of.
Witkoff.
You could have gotten the Secretary of State, the Deputy Secretary of State. Anyone.
Sure,
But
her ankles are swollen. She can't do her job.
yeah, listen, you need people in the communications department of the White House. You can't just send out the vice president when you need to have a press conference. Nobody cares about this guy.
We didn't hire anybody else. We're not waking her up because she yelled at us. So JD's going out there because he ain't gonna yell at nobody.
This guy literally, he just put out a book, by the way. This guy put out a book, went on all the talk shows, and all they can talk about is how fucking boring he is.
Should we cover him on The View tonight?
Yeah, we should.
He went on the View, and it was like, dude, to have Whoopi Goldberg running circles and Joy Behar running circles around you, you must not be moving very quick, brother. You ain't got no motion at all. If you get
he doesn't have a reflex save, Mikey. His reflex save is -1.
Bro, how you losing to Guinan? You can't lose to Guinan in one-on-one combat. What are we doing? What's going on?
He doesn't have any dex or charisma.
And also, speaking of peace deals, I found a thing from the same guy from Dropside News. What was his name? Fuck, I forgot. Okay. But the guy that was on Breaking Points, that guy. He was on Hassan's stream. By the way, everybody, Israel has violated their peace treaty, their ceasefire with Hamas 1,500 times. Killed over 1,000 people since the ceasefire started last fall. By the way,
just pisses me off, man. Okay.
By the way, they're violating their fucking thing with Israel. Like Israel's violating that all the time. But I assume that they're going to have an iron tight grip on this new agreement because we'll be damned if Iran breaks their agreement with us. Well, even though Israel's literally taking all of our fucking money and never agreeing to the thing and encouraging us to get into even more contracted.
I mean, the United States was doing the same shit, man. They're like, oh yeah, we have a ceasefire, but we are bombing parts of Iran.
Yeah.
So, it was never really a ceasefire. It was an agreement not to blow each other up so much. And we were still trading shots with Iran almost every day.
Well, Iran the whole time said, we're not looking for peace.
Yeah.
No, we're fighting. Like, fuck you, mate.
Oh, by the way, it's a ceasefire. Well, Iran was like, well, it's a ceasefire only because you say so. Like, not because we say so.
You can cease firing. You can cease whenever you want. You come over here, you getting blasted.
They're like, that naval blockade that you're doing is not part of the ceasefire, is it? Is it? Because like you're blockading our blockade, and this all it was a standoff. It was a month-long standoff. That's what it was.
And they know, like the U.S. knows that a military blockade is an act of war.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You can't just be like, none of your shit. You have to starve now. But you can't attack me back because that would be aggressive.
And then the
executive I'm hungry. That's aggressive.
Then the executive branch of government tried to tell the legislative branch of government that this is not actually a war, but we are doing war crimes while we're doing this. So
right.
Also, because we're in a ceasefire and we're blockading, well, that must mean there's a pause in the use of force agreement that you have. So we don't actually have to tell you shit.
And then Hexeth was like, and by the way, the timer has stopped on the 60 days.
No, we called timeout, guys. We called timeout.
We're on base. We're on home base.
We called time.
Car.
It's so ridiculous. Our government is a joke.
there are real divisions within their country about how exactly to proceed. And what we've seen over the last months within the Iranian system, the people do want to transform their relationship with the Middle East and with the world. Those people are winning the argument. The United States wants those people to win the argument. The United States wants to have a better relationship, but in order for that to happen, the Iranians have to perform. And if they don't perform, as we've said before, they don't get any of the benefits of the bargain. So what I'd ask all of you is just to report honestly that the United States isn't giving up a cent of money to Iran, and even the economic benefits, the sanctions relief and so forth that comes along with this.
You cannot report honestly a lie, JD Vance. It is a oxymoron.
Bargain only happens if the Iranians perform. So with that, I want to say thanks to all of you. It's good to be with you this morning, and I'll kick it over to questions. Let's start right over here to the right.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. I wanted to ask a follow-up on something you just mentioned. You talked about the possibility of the current Iranian leadership fundamentally changing their behavior. Do you think that the current Iranian leadership recognizes the leverage that the U.S. holds over itself economically and militarily enough to actually go forth with fundamentally changing their behavior over the long term and going about things?
11-year-old.
So I certainly think they recognize the leverage that the United States has over them. We've seen that in a number of our conversations. We've seen that just in their behavior over the last couple of days. They certainly recognize that the United States has great leverage.
Will dude asking, he didn't say what media group he was with, but it sounds like a fucking OAN reporter or one of the
News Nation
influencer reporters they got going on over there. Maybe it was Tim Pool.
The Russian
Will
delegation.
that ultimately lead to a change in behavior? I don't know. I've seen skeptics of the deal. People say the Iranians will never change their behavior. Well, maybe that's true. And if so, they don't get any of the benefits of the bargain. But isn't it worth trying? Isn't it worth seeing whether this incredibly weakened position that the president of the United States...
Did he just say, why not?
Well, can't we just try, guys?
He said...
Tide goes in, tide goes out. You can't explain that.
Honestly, he's like, well, why don't we just try, guys? I mean, we've tried nothing else except blowing them up. We should, just give this a shot.
Look, we tried diplomacy for like 15 minutes.
I know. He's like, guys, don't you remember? I went over there for like a whole day and tried to negotiate, and they said no. So now we're trying this.
They said, you stink like Israel. Get out of here.
I'm telling the Iranians under, whether that motivates them to change their behavior, not just vis-a-vis the West, but vis-a-vis the Middle East. And one of the interesting things about this is, the technical details of this we can, of course, get into. There are going to be any number of opinions about the negotiation, about where it's ultimately going to go. But I tend to think that you should trust the people who know the Iranians the best and who have the most to lose.
So not any American negotiators. Are we talking about like Oman, Qatar, Pakistan?
Pakistan inserted themselves into the situation, got in there, started fucking stroking Trump's little gray balls, and then he was like, oh yeah, I've been talking. That's when he was like, oh, I'm talking to. He thought that those people were from Iran.
Yeah.
And kept bragging about how he's got a new team of negotiators, and they're so much better than the last ones. They're not even from the same fucking country. He's so stupid.
When Vance is like, oh, we got to trust the people that know the Iranians the best. So not you. Who sent you over there for no reason? It's not Kushner.
He better be careful because he's talking a little bit too loose about this Epstein stuff. Better be careful. You and Usha gonna have to run. You seen how they did Mike? Mike was yo, we got to uphold the Constitution. He was like, get Mike. He's over there.
Trump was already like, maybe I don't like JD Vance that much. Like, he's already like, I don't really like this guy.
Hey, hello. Can you hear me? I need you to go to Home Depot and get one Mike Pence special. They know what you're talking about. They'll have all the 2x4s and bolts and nuts you'll need to erect the gallows at the Capitol again. I love how
Golf.
Black Lives Matter got all the fucking smoke. We never erected one fucking gallows. You know?
Yeah, I seen this too. So hey, remember that ballroom Trump said was privately funded? At least half of it is going to be funded by us.
That is not the final number. Because he
No,
went from free to two. He went from free to 50 to 200 to 352 in like 3 months. That's going to be at least $10 billion for this motherfucker.
Only for us to like take it down later. I don't know what he's doing over there.
I'm going to fill it with immigrants when I become president. This is where all the undocumented immigrants live, in this grand hall.
We are going to turn the ballroom into the new Ellis Island.
Absolutely. Don't go to the Statue of Liberty. Come to the nation's heart.
There's a harbor there.
Bring the unwashed masses, huddled, grasping for freedom.
There'll be lines outside the White House going on forever.
It will have Trump toilet paper in all the restrooms.
Made out of that Trump $250 bill he's trying to make.
Which is literally TP at this point. Because, motherfucker, not only do we not want your face on our money because you're not dead, that's the rule. Unless you have other plans. And also, motherfucker, how am I going to spend $250 to fill up my gas tank? Yeah, that's about the only $250 I'm going to need. Pay for McDonald's.
Arab states saying about this deal. What are they saying about this deal compared to the JCPOA in 2015? This is the Obama nuclear deal. Well, back then, they hated that deal. They felt like it empowered the Iranians to be bad actors.
No.
The region.
Chuck Schumer hated it.
Yeah.
Chuck Schumer and Hakeem and them hated it because they are Israel first and they will remain Israel first.
But everyone else liked it. I mean, it was ratified by Congress. So
he doesn't understand Congress. He was only there for a little bit.
He was only there for like a hot cup of coffee.
What happened? They were right about that. What are they saying about the president's peace deal? They're saying this is an amazingly transformative thing for the region because either way, we and the broader region win. Iran is weakened.
Internet didn't sleep. What is going on here? Nope, it's not that. I don't have anything else open. Get rid of this.
Street Fighter.
I'm not playing Street Fighter. It's not open. I closed it.
Their nuclear program destroyed, their economy in desperate straits, and if they change their behavior, big things are going to happen for Iran and for the world. If they don't, no skin off our backs. Either way, we win, and that's the way.
Either way, we win.
Either way, we win. It's fucking crazy, man. He doesn't even know what he's talking about.
But I mean, imagine if you're South Korea, or we'll use South Korea. So South Korea has been asking and begging for their own. You have to add it.
Oh.
Do you feel the power?
I feel the power
flowing through you. Now strike me down. But imagine if you're South Korea and you've been over here being a good ally to us. First of all, Trump comes in there and tariffs the dog shit out of you. Tariffs the shit out of you for no fucking reason. That goes away. You know, that starts to calm down. You're fucking he says you need to start building plants in America. So you say, okay. But then you ask the Americans to build it, and they're so fucking stupid and inbred that they can't fucking figure out the fucking plan. So you have to send people from South Korea all the way to fucking Georgia. And what happens when they get there? A fucking Karen calls ice on them, and they're all chained up to each other out front of the fucking building. One by one, all chained to each other. All these engineers and architects. And now the fucker starts the shit off with Iran being Israel's fucking second. And guess what happens? The fucking Strait of Hormuz closes, and then they almost fucking run out of oil.
Yeah.
I mean, places like the Philippines, places in Indonesia, places in Asia that can't absorb, 20% of the fucking oil supply being disrupted. We're really getting fucked.
Oh, let's not forget
countries.
Let's not forget that this took down an airline.
Yeah, we lost Spirit. Rest in peace. Couldn't take it.
Deal and its negotiation. Yep.
Just a quick housekeeping question. I think you answered in your topper, but did the 60-day period officially begin yesterday?
I would say the 60-day period officially started
Hyundai,
today.
more like
signed
Hyundai.
late.
Let me give this the old refresh.
When
I'll do my joke again.
Iran is weakened,
Hyundai,
their
more like
nuclear program
Hyundai.
destroyed, their economy in desperate straits, and if they change their behavior, big things are going to happen for Iran and for the world. If they don't, no skin off our backs. Either way, we win, and that's the way.
No, because they're going to close the strait, and we can't afford it.
Deal and its negotiation.
Thank you, Mr. Vice
Yep.
President. Just a quick housekeeping question. I think you answered in your topper, but did the 60-day period officially begin yesterday?
I would say the 60-day period officially started today. It was signed late, and it may have even been signed technically, because of the time shift. I think it's signed technically today, Iran time. So yes, the deal started yesterday. We're going to start the 60-day clock today. Go ahead.
Can you help us understand President Trump's shift on his stance for Iran's ballistic missile program? Initially, it was a key objective to dismantle it. Yesterday, he said it would only be fair
look at my silhouette
if
on
they
the
had
wall.
some, if the countries around Iran also had some. So when and why did that change? And will the final agreement have any
My big
restrictions on this
tiki
missile?
mask fucking head.
So we destroyed a substantial number of their ballistic missiles and their ballistic.
Did you hear that Trump said that Iran should have ballistic missiles?
Everybody else has them. I think I have that clip somewhere.
He's so fucking.
Saudi Arabia has them.
Why shouldn't Iran? This is so like dumb 1984 shit. Like, oh, we were always allies with Iran. Don't you remember when we were allies with Iran?
Remember when we blew up that school?
The first thing we did in this war was blow up a school.
And my initial gut reaction to that it was bad intel given to us by a quote unquote ally country remains true. And the muddying of the water, the dirtying of America's hands was 100% intentional. Like they wanted us to do that so that we would be in it for the long haul and unable to disconnect ourselves. Why the fuck do you think they're trying to fucking incorporate our militaries together?
Right.
They want all of our intel always. And now they're complaining that we are not giving information to our allies. You want to hear? Someone said something about the South flooding. Can I play this real quick?
Yeah.
All right, man, I miss my other screens. I gotta find a way to get it back.
Oh, Mikey's only at one screen.
Dude, this is fucking hell for me.
One screen, Mikey.
Million people across the Gulf Coast are preparing for record-breaking rainfall with what's expected to be the first named storm of the season, Arthur, now approaching the state of Texas.
Arthur, you a bitch.
Here's CBS News correspondent Allen.
More than 1 foot of rain brought dangerous flash flooding to multiple states today, turning roadways into canals throughout Louisiana.
Texas doesn't do good
Residents
with
in
flooding either.
Grid are wading through waist-high water to seek higher ground. And in Mississippi, while some were able to drive through floodwaters, be towed. Lightning.
It was like, fuck that. We going to the park.
And in blinding sheets of rain soaked South Padre Island in Texas overnight. And water continued to pour into neighborhoods throughout the state today.
So we want Houstonians to remain resilient and be prepared and listen to messaging that may be coming from the mayor or from the Office of Emergency Management.
In this
Hey, don't we
Houston
have
neighborhood,
a
after
Federal
hours of
Emergency Management Administration?
Yes. And the person in charge of that is. Well, she's gone.
Yeah, she quit.
Todd Blanche? No. The other guy. The guy that replaced
Mark Wayne Mullen?
Mark Wayne Mullen. Mark Wayne Mullen is on the case, guys.
because they
Don't
folded
worry.
FEMA into DNI for some reason, or not DNI.
He's not worried about, rounding up brown people. He's worried about this storm response.
Yeah. Hey, remember when they said they were going to get rid of FEMA by the end of 2026?
Good thing it's June. Good thing we got 6 months left of FEMA before they fucking completely gut. Like, again, and these storms are going to start ripping through red areas.
Yeah.
And then the people are going to be like, what do I do? Where do I go? How do I get these trees off these power lines? Can't somebody help us? Where's your patriotism? We'll find it. We'll find it.
Rain. The water is basically using this driveway as a stream bed.
That was definitely a lot of rain. Yeah, in a small period of time.
Justin Mill lives north of Houston in Tomball.
Justin, you guys are used to rain. You're used to flooding around here. But this is still significant?
This is significant for a small period of time, yeah, for sure.
Sun is out, but all of the water that fell here, 6 inches near this neighborhood, still draining out.
So they got 6 inches of rain in like less than a day. An inch of rain, for those of you who are winter inclined, an inch of wet water rain is a foot of snow.
Yeah.
They got 6 feet of snow worth of water in half a day.
That's a lot of water.
That's a lot of water.
Out of it and down the street today. Further to the west near San Antonio, the sheriff's office confirmed that a woman was killed when flash floods pushed her car into a swollen creek. Tony?
All right, Jason, thank you very much. In addition to that massive flood zone in the south, more than 80 million people are in the path of potentially powerful storms from the Midwest to the Northeast this week. Meteorologist Rob Marciano tracking it all. Rob?
Texas coastline.
So there you go. So let's see.
Damn, looks like the whole Gulf is getting it.
So this is today. Yeah, or yesterday. This is yesterday. So yesterday we got trapped in this fucking low pressure system. Me and my wife both have fucking like joint issues. Like my neck and shoulders are all cracked and fucked up, and car accidents and doing different sports and all that shit. So my joints don't like it when there's low pressure, because then my joints sit on each other a little bit too heavy. I like the pressure. Keep me nice and inflated like a balloon. This low pressure system fucking sucks dick, man. Fucking body was hurt. I felt like I fell down three flights of stairs yesterday. Just aching everywhere. So that's leaving. And then behind that, all the rain came. But if you look, the same fucking thing is happening down here in Houston and then like the New Orleans area. And then all of my shit is going to Tim today and tomorrow.
Yeah,
here you go. Thursday, 5 p.m.
I got some thunderstorms happening soon.
Indianapolis, you're not out of it either. And then this all pushes to the northeast during the day on Thursday. In the south, this is a potential tropical cyclone. Could be our first storm of the season in the way of
on Tuesday, we had 100-mile-an-hour winds at Midway Airport.
Thur as it moves over the Gulf tomorrow. But the big story with this is going to be rain anywhere from 5 to 10 inches in isolated amounts.
Right. They can just put it in neutral and land then, right?
15 to 20, not out of the question. Hurricane season off to a pretty fast start, and tornado season lingering.
Awesome. Also, we never said it, but happy Pride. You queers, we love you. Welcome. You're an integral part of this country and especially this network. Is this for me? She just gave this to me. Thanks. Thank you. But everybody's not feeling Pride Month.
Susan, the park made this announcement late last night, saying this decision was made with, quote, great disappointment. They say some of the players to wear the special Pride Night jersey, so this game is being treated as a rainout. Pride Night will still go on as scheduled. So now
we're not wearing no rainbow. I'm not part of the Skittle gang. I'm not gonna be part of your stuff. I don't want to wear.
You play fucking sports for a fucking career. Get the fuck over yourself. Are you kidding me? Let me see your fucking search histories. Let me see your Pornhub history. All right. Let me see your text messages. I'm so sick of these toxic masculine dudes running around here acting like they ain't gay. All right, I hear how you talk. Every other word out of your mouth is cock and balls. Penis. All day. All y'all do is talk about penis. Y'all don't talk about boobies. You don't talk about titties. You don't talk about nothing. You don't talk about big old asses on bitches. You don't talk about none of that. All y'all talk about is how so and so sucks dick. This one sucks dick. Everything sucking dick. Everything y'all talk about in the sports community is homoerotic. And ain't none of y'all gay. All right. Yeah, I believe you. Yeah, I totally believe.
This is set to be the 11th annual Pride Night at Wellspan Park. Tonight's game was supposed to be between the Revs and the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. The special jerseys that some of the players are refusing to wear had rainbow sleeves, and the Atlantic League bylaws.
Oh no, rainbow sleeves! Won't someone please think of the children?
Can't wear those rainbow sleeves. I'll start having sex with men. Like, what the fuck is going on? Is that how they think it works? Like, if you put on a rainbow and then you just I just love men.
It says uniformed personnel shall wear matching uniforms. Ultimately, Pride Night is still happening starting at 5:30 tonight, but no baseball game will be played. The Revs say, quote, this action by players is
this is why y'all in the minor league anyway.
Completely inconsistent with our vision as the most welcoming place in York, end quote.
I would ask the community for understanding.
Nah, bitch.
Running an organization in this way, with these difficult dynamics,
What's the difficult dynamic, motherfucker? If the team changes its fucking uniform colors to a rainbow, all of them are gonna leave.
Yes.
The Bay City or the York City fucking leprechauns. And at the pot of gold is on the thing, and there's a rainbow on the pot of gold. Oh, I can't wear that. There's a rainbow on it. Y'all sound crazy. You sound closeted, is what you sound like. Because straight men don't give a shit about wearing a fucking rainbow. It's a fucking uniform. It's a uniform. You know what I mean? You're gonna fucking literally rub dirt and grass in it and then throw it away anyway.
Well, maybe they don't want to get their uniforms dirty.
Huh?
Maybe they don't want to get their uniforms dirty.
Well, that's why they're in the minor leagues now, fucking not diving for the fucking ball, trying to keep their fucking clothes clean.
You can find a solution to these complex problems without a clean solution is a difficult task, and
it's difficult, huh? Okay.
It's so hard.
There's no good way to get everybody everything that they want, but our primary function as Wellspan Park in York, Pennsylvania, is to welcome the community in and be the most welcoming place in York.
Oh, brother, you're not going to have to worry about that no more. Your shit's going to be closed down. It's bad for business, man. You need them gays in there buying tickets. You need them two dads in there with their adopted kid out there buying hot dogs and foam fingers and funnel cakes. You need motherfuckers in there spending money. You think just the white supremacists and the racists and the bigots are you think they have enough money to float your business? You think they got enough money to float your business and they're going to actually give it to you? They're going to be at the Pirates game, buddy. I'm glad you capitulated to a bunch of idiots. Now you're going to be broke.
Oh, Muttley, why?
And the Revolution says it will donate $10,000 to the Rainbow Rose Center, describing the contribution as a gesture of regret over the last-minute change and as a show of support for the LGBTQIA+ community partners. And the Rainbow Rose Center put a statement out on Facebook in part saying, this situation has been difficult for many members of the LGBTQ+ community, our supporters, and our organization. While we are disappointed that the circumstances led to this outcome, we appreciate the York Revolution's commitment to ensuring that Pride in the Park will still take place.
Let me tell you this right now. Each and every one of those players I didn't sell no motherfucking tickets last night. Actually, I had to refund some tickets. I didn't sell one hot dog. I didn't sell no beer. I didn't sell no nachos. I didn't sell any t-shirts. Y'all didn't want to wear the fucking shirt, and we had to cancel the fucking game. That was an easy $100K for that fucking owner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Each one of those fucking games is payday. You got to get the fucking money out of the people's wallet and into your wallet. So y'all didn't want to fucking wear the fucking shirt I bought for y'all. Y'all didn't even buy the fucking shirts. I fucking buy the team. I pay the electricity at the stadium. I take care of the groundskeeping. I get you fucking uniforms. I accommodate the other team that's coming in, and you don't want to put on a fucking shirt, and I lose $100K. Oh, I don't know how bigotry is still financially a business plan for some of these people, but y'all got me all the way fucked up. Not only did I just spend all this money to get this fucking game on, and now y'all motherfuckers don't want to put the shirt on, and all you gotta do is put the shirt on and hit the ball, and I take care of you and your family. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Yes, make them all carry bubble wands like Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham was like having his best life. Christy says, if I was the manager, my players would have been told to deal with it. If they don't want to deal with it, they can the door such on the backside of the mud. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. If I change the fucking colors of the uniform to blue and red instead of green and white, I'm not wearing that. Bitch, get off my team. Go home. You don't work here anymore. Go find a job. This is no longer your place of employment. All right, I put up your thing.
All right. We were talking about Carrie Lake before, so I figured we'd watch a clip from her confirmation hearing.
All right.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Lake, I heard you in response to earlier questions take credit for the programming that's going into Iran right now. And that was a little curious, given the fact that one of the early actions you took was to effectively dismantle our programming in Iran. You cut off funding for Farsi language Radio Fardi. You put the VOA Persia staff on leave, such that when the bombing campaign began last summer, we had really no ability to be able to send any message into Iran. In fact, you were able to broadcast 75 minutes of content in a 72-hour period at the very moment when it would probably be very important for the United States to be able to broadcast a message there. So I heard you take credit for the current amount of programming in Iran. Was your decision to dismantle Radio Farsi and Radio Farda and the VOA Persia staff a mistake?
Thank you so much for that question,
my
Senator
God.
Murphy. I appreciate it.
Where's the button?
RFE
Jesus
is-
Christ.
Thank you for your question, Senator.
Thank you for your question, Senator.
who runs Radio Fardi. We run
did
VOA
like
Persia,
10 times in
and
that
it is
clip.
very much alive and well. We had great coverage. We went into surge mode when the attack happened, and we immediately brought in
Oh,
a
pause
huge
real
team
quick.
of folks to cover it. We actually
The UFC thing. We forgot to talk about the UFC thing because that was Sunday.
Yeah.
I didn't know that the fucking DC pilots have been really struggling. No one in the tower, motherfuckers working triple shifts and shit like that. And then they were getting complaints from the pilots in the DC area that they couldn't fucking see anything because the fucking White House looked like a goddamn Sandstorm, Darude, Skrillex, Excision, Zomboy, Red's Dead, fucking every light show imaginable. Daft Punk, fucking Kiss, motherfucking Guar. Every fucking light in DC was on and pointed directly at their eyes.
Yeah, and I think they said that because there's future things happening for this Freedom 250 stuff. They said to, hey, be on the lookout for that to happen again, guys.
Trying to fly at night, and these motherfuckers shut the fuck up over there. Loud ass.
actually covered the president's speech live with live translation so that the people of Iran could hear
But
what
just
was
to be
happening.
clear, today, I'm not asking you to tell me what is happening now and what I'm asking you. Why did you fire or put on leave all of the VOA Persia staff? Why were we in a position where we had to reconstitute all of that? Do you concede that that was a mistake?
I don't think it was a mistake. I think that we were bringing things to statutory minimum, which is what the executive order mandated for us to do. And we had a small staff, but the minute this happened, we immediately surged and brought more people in. They call it breaking news mode. And anybody who works in journalism understands that you have a kind of a homeostasis level. And then when news breaks,
my God,
you jump
stop
in.
it, girl.
When this crisis passes, you will bring...
oh, boy.
Everything's the same, so nothing happens. Is that what the news was? That's the homeostasis. Like, I'm so glad that she lost all of her shit. She is a weapon. Like she's a former talk show host, I think, or a radio host or something like that. She has the perfect Karen voice, and she says stupid, crazy, insane shit, but she doesn't sound stupid and crazy all the time. She sounds normal.
Daytime talk shows. That's what she did.
Not related to my very first girlfriend crush ever, Ricky Lake, who was a delight and a treat.
Back down to statutory minimums.
No, I think we're always assessing and reassessing and making sure that we're running things smoothly. But I listen to the folks in VOA. I don't run VOA. I work at the agency level, and I listen to the professionals there to what they need. And I think I know there are people here in this room who work at VOA who would tell you that every single thing they have asked for, we have provided.
Well, that's absolutely not true. That staff protested the devastating cuts. It was a mistake to dismantle our information operations in Iran, and your inability to concede that was a mistake suggests that we have not learned lessons. And perhaps when this crisis is gone, we will once again reduce staff there. There was this very specific issue where staff were requesting access to U.S. transmitters in Kuwait that were necessary in order to broadcast into Iran. And you denied them access to use those transmitters, finally giving them access to one frequency when they needed multiple frequencies. You said that it was because the transmitters were down, that they were inoperable. That doesn't seem to be true. It seems, in fact, from all reports that those transmitters were available, and you were simply making a decision to limit the amount of capacity we had to broadcast into Iran. And you seem to have walked back your contentions that those transmitters were down. It seems like you weren't telling the truth. Can you tell us now whether those transmitters were actually inoperable or whether you were actually actively denying the ability for our staff who do this work to transmit information into Iran?
Thank you very much for that question. I appreciate it. First of all, we've given all funding to Radio Free Europe, Radio Free Asia. Every grantee that Radio Free Europe is the one that operates Radio Fardi, or Farda rather, and we've given them every single.
But talk to me about this. This is a very specific issue where
she just doesn't want to cop up to it.
Nope.
She just doesn't want to own up to the fact that she was fucking lying.
How dare you accuse her of lying?
And denying people access to things that they fucking needed to do their jobs.
Let's give peace a chance. I think that's all the president is saying. I read the document last night.
Yo, the spin artist. Let's see what the next spin is.
And I've heard all of the speculation and what about this and what about that and what if this happens and what if that doesn't happen? We'll know in 60 days.
Everything I've heard. So I don't have to have an opinion about it because it's not final, and I got 60 days, so I don't have to answer your questions.
That's what JD Vance was saying too. They're like, why don't we just give it a shot, see what happens in the next 60? Like, this is their guys. We're trying nothing, and nothing's worked so far. So
we have implemented nothing, no results thus far.
We've tried one thing, and we're gonna go with it.
Heard about it causes me concern. I supported the president's Operation Epic Fury because I believe he has delayed the Iranian regime's ability to get a nuclear weapon, which is very, very important. But my hope would have been that he would have.
Man, I wonder what they're going to do with $400 billion.
finished the job and basically eliminated that threat.
Yes, wife. Hold on.
Okay.
In the future, because now they'll use the money that is being released to rebuild their ballistic missile arsenal and begin to enrich again. And that's going to be a continuing danger. I'm interested in learning more about it, but I think it's certainly a mixed bag at best.
Oh, are you guys saying the congressional Republicans are like, oh, we don't know the details of the deal? It's almost like the president totally absconded Congress and decided to do everything his own. Huh.
Some of the criticism of the MOU is valid, I think. But here's the way I look at it. Without the MOU being signed, there's no pathway to diplomacy to end the nuclear ambitions of Iran. What does that leave you with? War, continuation of the status quo.
And see, this is dangerous for them because they want to be Israel first, but even the president has decided, no, America first, and they're still on their Israel first thing. Good luck.
So the upside of signing the MOU was greater, I think, than the downside. The deal itself is the big prize. If it's a bad deal, I'll say so in my view. I'm hoping it will be much better than JCPOA.
What a colossal strategic failure. Literally everything that President Trump said he was trying to accomplish with this war has failed to accomplish. So regime change, nope. He killed one Ayatollah. The more extreme son and the IRGC is more fiercely in control of the country. He said we'd have a absolute.
And that's also like misinformation. The son is, I wouldn't say more radicalized than his dad, but his son was more in line with the mullahs and was had closer ties to the IRGC itself and some of its senior leadership structure. So
I gotta run.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Absolutely guarantee that they would not have ballistic missiles. They still have them. That they wouldn't support proxies in the region. They still are. That they wouldn't have control of the Strait of Hormuz. The MOU gives 60 days and then let's see, but I bet you there's going to be tolling. And in exchange, they lifted every sanction, are releasing all the frozen assets and a $300 billion reconstruction fund. It's a staggering walk.
Why is it a walk back? This is success.
You can't read a lot of details into that MOU. Now we've got 60 days to see what the details look like, and I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm glad the markets are responding well, but the markets are ultimately going to be responding to the details that we all need to see.
Well, the market's not going to have a choice because it's done. It's done. Okay? It's over. Dexter's very sleepy. There we go. Oh, now I'm not on the... I need my camera right here. There we go. But that's the ball game, ladies and gents. We have capitulated to Iran. It's over. The Republicans tried to start a war and they lost. First time we've lost like this in quite a while. Just an embarrassment. Just an absolute embarrassment. Went in with no plan and executed the non-plan perfectly. Oh, I'll just figure it out as I go. Okay. You can totally do that. And if you do that, it's going to tank. This coming up from Breaking Points. Deep State trying to destroy Iran deal. I know because they want that money to keep flowing in. They need that APAC money. And that APAC money is going to dry up. It is going to dry up because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. All right, checking anything else. I think there was a space launch. Oh, here it is. God. Oh, we're gonna go to full 1080p here.
The reflecting pool that's now popped up. Now I will say there, Brendan said like this is not an isolated
Get outta here.
incident. So you can imagine the administration.
So look at that. The blue paint is flapping in the goddamn breeze. It's fucking flip flapping all over the place. You got blue stingrays in DC.
Oh yeah,
Look at this. Look at this. Cresting the water like a Portuguese man of war. This is what they took your money for. This is what they took hundreds of millions of fucking dollars for. To have fucking paint peeling up and bubbling up, getting stuck in the filters and shit. This is what they took your money for. But hey, as long as the trans people are being properly stomached, right? As long as the blacks can't vote, right? Just waste all of our money on this shit. As long as the people we don't like are getting punished, right? I don't know why it's going to take so long, but Americans, racism is expensive. And there are trickle-down effects to all of this. Where you thought it was only going to cost you this much, it's actually going to cost you way more. Way fucking more. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going around about this Obama thing. I'll probably watch it tonight at some point, but I'm not 100% invested or I'm definitely not going. I'm not driving over there. I'm good. Let's see. Yeah, so I guess that's it for today. We'll leave it for today. Let's see if there's any other news clips going on. Oh, yes, all this winning is exhausting. So hard. In answers to Keg's breath, I say, have at it, dudes. Close the door on the way up. Yeah. Yeah, they should use slap seals. Fresh chop. One of the infomercial things. But yeah, we'll be back tonight for Unboxed Politics. We will see you guys there. Please like, comment, subscribe. Send us to a friend. Send all your MAGA people over here. Bring them forth so that their re-education might begin. So for me and for everybody at the BIN Podcast Network, thank you guys so much. Allie, thank you so much for your continued support. Everybody out there, I will see you guys in 6 hours, 7 hours. So until then, drink your me.